You don't have to listen to me. What do I know? I've just grown my hair down my back. But what do I know?
Head high, chest up, and catch that frame, 'cause beauty is my name.
What up, beauty gang? So today I am back with another video, this time regarding natural hair tips to help you guys grow and maintain healthy natural hair. But before I hop into this video, if you ain't never heard of Beauty Gang before, you are new here, sis. I don't know where you've been at, but I am so glad you found us. Beauty Gang is stupid lit over here. If you don't believe me, go ahead and check the comment section below and you will see multiple Beauty Gang members vouching for the fact that we are hella stupid lit over here. So after you've done that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the bell button so you're notified each time I post a new video. And without further ado, let's hop into these tips. You know, I'm actually gonna go ahead and put my hair up, but I'll say this is the #1 tip. Trying not to be in your hair so much, touching it so much. If I leave my hair down like this, it's gonna be this all video, and that completely defeats the purpose of why I am trying to give you guys tips for maintaining healthy natural hair. So I'm gonna go ahead and put up my hair real quick. Alright y'all, so like I said, the first tip is actually to not be in your hair so often. Y'all saw how I was just in the intro alone. That is like a force of habit for a lot of us girls because we love our hair. We like playing with it. We use it as an accessory. But I'm telling you, being in your hair can cause split ends and breakage and single strand knots. Basically any and everything that's traumatizing for us in terms of our hair's growth is what happens when we're always in our hair. So try not to be in your hair so much. I know it is much easier said than done. However, you see how easy that was just for me to put it up like this, you know, and it's not hanging in my face and whatnot. And not being in your hair like that so much, the whole twirl, not doing that so much actually leads me to my next one, which is low manipulation hairstyles have a lot to do with how I grew my hair and maintained the length while it still remained healthy. My OGs know it. I'm really big on wigs. Like, I love my wigs. And that not only is an example of a low manipulation hairstyle, it's also an example of a protective style, but I'm gonna hop into protective style a little bit later. But bottom line, so another version of low manipulation hairstyle is when a lot of naturals do like 2-strand twists and just keep it in. They do mini twist hairstyles. That's low manipulation. Low sleek buns are low manipulation if you maintain the hairstyle for, let's say, like a full week. Hairstyles that can last you a full week without you having to redo something to it, those can be considered low manipulation hairstyles. You really want to aim towards things like that. I will, however, say though, I'm not a fan of wash and goes, although it can be considered a low manipulation hairstyle, because those, especially for us type 4 naturals, cause
single strand knots, sis. It's just not the move,
in my opinion. That's why you guys don't really see me wear wash and goes too often, because it doesn't really help with maintaining healthy natural hair. Now I'm only speaking obviously for my hair type, which is type 4. I don't know if that's the same deal with type 3 hair, but I know for us type 4 girls, our strands are super fine, so they get easily tangled. And wash and goes, you're literally like putting product on your hair but allowing it to be in a completely unmanipulated state, and therefore, like, I forgot who explained it to me one day or where I heard it from, but basically they explained it in a way like the hair strands, because they're wet and not like tamed or manipulated in any way, they just kind of start conjoining together and they're so fine, it's just easy for it to get knotted up. So for my type 4 natural girls, I highly suggest you trying to limit how many wash and goes you do. I'm not saying completely never do it again, nor am I saying I'll never do it again. I'll do it every once in a while, but I promise you it's a rare occasion where I'll do a wash and go because of that reason. It just causes too many problems, okay? Too many problems. Another tip when it comes to maintaining healthy natural hair is to deep condition frequently. Now this one I feel like is a little bit hypocritical of me, because when I am in like my wig protective style, I'm not deep conditioning frequently. But when I'm going from like twist out to twist out, or twist out to wash and go, or vice versa, when my hair is kind of out, I'm restyling my hair once a week, I always make sure that I am deep conditioning once a week. And I think that is so essential and really important when it comes to maintaining healthy natural hair, not just growing it but maintaining it. Because another thing that I think a lot of you type 4 naturals know, as well as myself, that our hair dries out so fast, so it needs that like extra moisture TLC. Like, we cannot miss those crucial moments. Protective styling is different, and I'm gonna touch on that a little bit, but if your hair is out and you're styling it frequently, then make sure you're also deep conditioning frequently. Now, hopping into protective styles just a little bit, you want to make sure that you really moisturize your hair before and during protective styles. In my case, I'm gonna use the example of when I use my wigs. I use my ride or die staple top natural hair products that I know will always come through for me when it comes to putting my hair in a protective style. So just cornrows braided back. A really good example to show you guys just how like moisturized I make sure my hair is while I put it in protective styles. This is a video that I have on my channel, and I also put a quick 1-minute Instagram clip on my Instagram. So this is the video right here. My hair was in the Dookie braid styles for a good month, and as you guys are about to see, literally I was able to wear my hair in a braid out after a month, and my hair still looked really moisturized and healthy and just like really nice after a month of not really re-moisturizing my hair at all. So that's what I mean when I say make sure that you're using the proper products when it comes to putting your hair in protective styles, because protective styles are a long-term thing. So whether you're putting your hair in wigs or box braids or Marley twists or whatever, your hair needs to be moisturized, because like I just said, type 4 hair dries out so fast. That particular stigma does not change just because we put a different hairstyle in. You know what I mean? Like, just because we wear a wash and go and then 2 days later the hair starts to be dry doesn't mean that if we put in box braids 2 days later the hair won't be dry. You need to moisturize your hair. And if you're wondering about the products I really trust and use when it comes to keeping my hair moisturized and protective styles, I have plenty of videos already on my channel showing those products, as well as I probably am gonna end up doing an updated favorite like natural hair products video for my type 4 hair, because I've been trying a lot of new products this year that I'm really feeling and I'm liking and stuff like that. So I'm probably gonna make an updated one. If you guys want one, give this video a thumbs up. But yeah, whenever it comes to me wearing my wigs, I always make sure that I am using like a styling cream or like a butter or something like that that's really moisturizing to my hair. And then I'll also use oil as well, and then I'll follow up with putting more oil in the parts of the cornrows. Like, y'all, I be making sure my hair is moisturized. And another thing too, when it comes to my wigs, I don't hesitate to re-moisturize my hair. So not all the time, like the clip I showed you guys, is my hair always that like still moisturized and lavish or whatever. So let's say it's like 2 weeks later and I'm kind of noticing that my hair is a little bit drier. Usually the ends of the cornrows really let me know too. Like if it kind of feels dry and a little bit brittle, I'm like, okay, I should probably re-moisturize, because I'm not usually ready to take my hair down yet. So literally like the styling cream or the butter, whatever I used to put on my hair initially, I'll either put that on the cornrows or I'll put in a leave-in and then put oil in my hands. It's literally re-moisturizing my hair with the same products I used to make the cornrows in the first place. But I make sure if I notice that it's dry, that I do that. And then if it's not really that dry, but I just want to grow my hair whilst in the style, I'll put oil in the roots. I know I hit y'all with a lot with that one, but that's the things that come with having healthy natural hair that grows. My camera stay dying on me, y'all. Alright, so this is one that I actually recently am a hypocrite of, because it was just a lot. So basically the tip is to trim when needed. Always. Don't prolong it. Don't like, bottom line, the split ends, the single strand knots, all that snagging and stuff ain't gonna go nowhere until you trim your hair, y'all. I recently was stuck in this cycle of I don't want to do it yet, I'm not gonna do it yet, blah blah. Like, you don't want to lose the length, or you're just being lazy, or it's just a whole bunch of excuses we come up with, but it's so unhealthy for our hair. So like, I had blow dried my hair recently and had it in the blow dry state for like 3 to 4 weeks, and not till like week 2.5 or so I decided to finally trim my ends, because each and every time, I kid you guys not, each and every time I combed my hair was falling out. There was a lot of breakage on the floor and stuff, and that's a really clear sign that it's time to trim your ends as well. If whenever you're like combing your hair, brushing it, whatever, if there's a lot of hair, like, you know your hair, or hopefully you do, if there's a lot more like hair that's come out than usual, or it's really hard to like comb through and detangle, like obviously natural hair can get tangled and stuff sometimes, but like after 1, 2, maybe 3 strokes, it should come undone. Now if you have to like kind of you know how black mamas used to do our hair, like and then keep going up like that, then it's probably time for you to trim your ends, because your hair shouldn't be that hard to detangle or get through. Like I was saying, there was always a lot of hair that either came out on the comb, was breakage on the floor, or both. And I just kind of kept ignoring the sign, and I knew better. I don't remember if I mentioned how much it snagged with the comb, but it snagged so much. I was using a wide tooth comb, not no small tooth, like a wide tooth comb, and it would keep snagging, and you can literally hear it. So like, just always trim when necessary. I always say, and I've always said in the past, even when my hair was shorter, I will always choose health over length in terms of my natural hair. It is so important, and I think that's a lot of our problems, because honestly, you leaving split ends, single strand knots, all that bad stuff on your ends isn't making your hair any healthy. All it's doing for you is helping your mental think like,
oh, I gained an inch.
But if you keep allowing it to stay that way and not trimming your ends, the split end or single strand knot is just gonna keep riding up that hair shaft, and you're gonna have to end up cutting off more than you would have if you would have just did it when you noticed it. So please, please, please trim when needed, y'all. And the way I trim literally the bare minimum. I don't think the video is out yet. I have a video of me doing a chit chat, get ready with me while I'm trimming my ends, and I'll trim like a centimeter off. It doesn't need that much, and it made a huge difference to my hair after it was done. And yeah, it looked a little shorter, but my hair was healthy. My hair is healthy, you know, so just trim when needed. I know that's a black girl issue. We've all been there, done that. I still am there every once in a while, so don't feel ashamed of it. Just do better. Another key thing when it comes to growing and maintaining healthy natural hair: do not wear tight hairstyles. Now, I will say, since my hair has grown and gotten longer, I don't really have to do tight hairstyles as much. I never had to do it, but y'all know, like, when you are first going kind of natural and you have a TWA, if you don't know what that means, teeny weeny fro, and you want to do like a high puff or whatever, you gotta, okay? You gotta make it work. Gotta make it do what it do. And essentially that's a lot of tension on your hair to get it in these high puffs or get it in these tighter hairstyles. And honestly, although I've obviously gotten to a point where my hair is super healthy and stuff, if I knew then what I know now, I would have tried to avoid those hairstyles more and went more for like protective styles probably. It was just a matter of kind of like confidence, I feel like, with a lot of us. I know especially me, when I first went natural and stuff and having like really kinky, coily, short hair with shrinkage and stuff that I just was not used to. I was very insecure about it. I didn't feel confident at all just having my hair out and stuff because it was so short. And it was definitely like a mental battle that I think a lot of us naturals go through. At least those of us who aren't comfortable with that stage of hair. Majority of us want it to be long and full and big and stuff. But I just wish that I would have appreciated the stages more of what I went through to get to where I am. Because honestly, think about it. What good is having like slayed tight hairstyles when you're in that beginning stages of your natural hair journey, if by the end of it, when you finally get to the length you want, or you're around the goal that you had for your hair, you ain't got no edges, or your hair has broken off in a lot of different places, or there's a term for it, I didn't even know about this, but like manipulation damage or something like that. Like wearing too many tight hairstyles can mess up your curl pattern. Like it's just not worth it. So if you're someone who's going through that kind of shorter stage and stuff, try not to wear tight hairstyles as much. And like I said, I know it's easier said than done, but try to embrace every stage. Be okay with it being kind of short, but wearing a wash and go or a twist out. There's so many naturals out there that are documenting their journeys and stuff, whether they have a TWA, a tapered cut, long hair, short. Like there's so many people out there. You can find different inspirations for those stages, because I know for me, I definitely, one of the people that I found very inspiring actually, who was one of the first natural hair influencers I peeped before I even became an influencer, was Brie Hall. She had a very similar curl pattern to me. At least out of all the naturals I kind of stumbled across, who was like 3A, 3B type hair. Obviously I don't have that, so seeing her journey really inspired me, and that's when I kind of started wearing like wash and goes out every once in a while, even if it was right here like a neck biter, like stuff like that. Matter of fact, I do have a 4-year natural hair journey on my channel. You can go check that out for some inspo too, because I think that might help some of you guys go through that stage. But yeah, try to avoid real tight hairstyles. A lot of naturals can relate to this, because I did this so many times to myself and it was not good. You know, when you really want to like get that real tight high puff or whatever, and like you damn near take some of your scalp with the puff. I remember it would be so tight sometimes, like I could kind of push down my skin a little bit on my scalp. I don't know if that makes sense, but it was just that tight. Like I literally kind of gathered up a little bit of my scalp skin just to get this like pristine, flawless, tight, high puff, and it wasn't worth it. That pain was not worth it, y'all. So yeah. Another thing in terms of maintaining healthy natural hair, not so much growing it, well, it could kind of grow it, it's more so thickening it. Your edges, make sure that you are tending to your edges. Do not leave them behind, y'all. I still don't do this as frequently as I probably should, but like especially for naturals who already have naturally thin edges and stuff, it's good to put Jamaican black castor oil on your edges every night or every other night.
Tend to your edges.
Don't let the edges fall out, especially if you are still gonna do the tight hairstyles that I recommended you not doing as often. If you gotta stick with that, it's your life to live. But if you're gonna do that, make sure that you are tending to your edges frequently, okay? I don't know anybody that wants bald head edges, so tend to them. Oh, and another thing off the dome, I actually have a list of things I want to say to you guys, but as I'm talking to y'all, I'm remembering stuff too. In terms of your edges, try your best to not use a toothbrush. I know that a lot of us black girls were raised up on toothbrushes, slaying them edges and baby hairs. If you have a baby hair toothbrush, I want you to go ahead and look at it either now or after this video and see the hairs that are in that toothbrush, along with like the edge control gunk that's in there too. If you see hairs in there, those are obviously your baby hairs, which means when you're manipulating your baby hairs often like that, they're coming out. So what I decided to start doing is actually using a fine tooth comb. It actually gives me really good control, and that's all I use now to do my baby hair. Even this little swoop-de-doop that I'm starting to do. And no hairs come out on it, okay? There's no hair stuck in here. I'm not really worried about my edges falling out. Now, toothbrushes on the other hand, those are dangerous. Be very careful with those. Honestly, throw them away. Another major tip when it comes to growing and maintaining natural hair, this is more so for my new fresh naturals who are just now starting their journey, or those, especially for those who are transitioning right now. Please, please, please avoid excessive use of heat. Like I said, this tip is more so for my newer naturals or naturals who are transitioning. It is so easy to re-damage your hair. So think of it this way. Let's say you're a new natural who just baby chopped. Let's say you're a new natural who just recently big chopped. So all your hair is natural. Let's say it's like a real low teeny weeny, as a TWA type of thing. So think of the stage that you're in as like the baby stage. All right, so babies haven't really gone through the trials and tribulations of life yet when they come out of their mama. They're just babies. They don't really know right from wrong. They don't know up from down. They have a completely clean slate. That's like your hair. So babies don't know how to withstand, let's say, I'm being very exaggerative right now, okay, keep that in mind, but babies don't know how to withstand a hurricane or a tornado or a wildfire. So your hair won't be able to do that either. As everybody should know, the ends of your hair are the oldest part of your hair. So they're kind of, to me, the most resilient in a way because they've been through hurricanes, tornadoes, and wildfire. Whereas the hair that's close, this is all a theory, by the way, too. I don't know if it's been proven. This is just my idea of things, of why I'm trying to explain to y'all to lay off the heat if you're a new natural. The new growth that you grow hasn't seen the world yet. So you gotta basically let it adapt first before you just hit it with the hurricane, tornado, and wildfires. You know what I mean? Especially if you're coming from being like relaxed, because I remember there was some YouTuber that said a while ago, she had put me on game about like when people get their hair relaxed and stuff, you can get like scalp damage and stuff. So let's say you do big chop, even that new growth hair that might be growing out of your scalp still might be damaged just because you have scalp damage from the perma relaxer that you previously had. So like, that's what I'm saying. You just gotta let your baby live his life a little bit before immediately throwing it into childcare. You know what I mean? And then honestly, I don't really feel like I should have to explain why you should avoid excessive heat when you're transitioning, but I understand some people are really unaware of the consequences when it comes to doing that. Because you're transitioning, it is called a line of demarcation, I want to say, between where your curl is and where like the damaged piece still is, right? Let me insert the picture. That part between the curl and the damaged hair is so fragile. It can easily be broken off. It can easily keep riding up that hair shaft. Like, it just ain't worth it, sis. You basically want to avoid putting any more damage or stress on that line of demarcation. Otherwise, you're just going to keep setting back your natural hair journey or your transition that you're working on going for. So yeah, try to maintain heatless hairstyles like braid outs. I know twist outs might be a little hard to do. You can do twist outs with rods, stuff like that, or rollers. There's plenty of videos on YouTube. Transitioning hairstyles, go ahead and YouTube search that. Another thing that I am always suggesting to my beauty gang, and I stand by this suggestion when it comes to growing and maintaining healthy natural hair, is to learn how to do your own hair. I know a lot of people are lazy or they're just not used to doing it and stuff, but I kid you not, I have seen and maintained the most hair growth I ever have in my life when I stopped letting other people do my hair. And that goes for styling it, trimming it, or cutting it. Like, no one else has done that for me up until honestly this year, January, when I had a hair photo shoot. That is the first time someone has done my hair in like 4 or 5 years. So y'all see the growth, okay? Y'all see the glow up. I did that all by myself. I learned my own hair. It's funny because when you learn your own hair, there's even certain things that I didn't really like that happened during my photo shoot experience based off how others took care of my hair, and it just clicked to me like, wow, like, you are your hair's own best friend. The way people detangle your hair, the way people wash your hair and stuff, once you start to really learn your hair and what it likes and what works best for it, can't nobody tell you nothing when it comes to how to do your hair. You know what I mean? It's just so important to learn how to do your own hair, so that even if, I guess you do every once in a while want to go to a beautician or something and they're like starting from root instead of end in terms of trying to detangle your hair, you can be like, can you actually start from end to root because blah blah blah, because it causes breakage, because it pulls out my hair, blah, blah. Like, be educated. Educate them, sis, if you're still gonna use another person. But to me, I'm just suggesting you do it yourself. But you know, you don't have to listen to me. What do I know? Super important thing that I'm pretty positive all black girls already know, but I have to put it in here because it has to do with maintaining healthy natural hair. Always wear a scarf or bonnet, y'all. Always. Do not go to sleep with your hair just like this. Honestly, I know some people do it and they just have a silk pillow. I personally don't think silk pillows really protect my hair like that. I think it looks a hot mess in the morning. So I always go ahead and throw on a bonnet, even if I am sleeping on a silk pillowcase, for that extra protection. Because all that friction and stuff, that's that single strand knot mess that you don't want no parts of. Another thing, that this is definitely just a suggestion. You obviously don't have to listen to anything I'm saying, but this is a really big suggestion. I don't suggest really dyeing or coloring your hair until you've reached a length that you're comfortable at. If you're an OG, you know that I used to dye my hair a decent amount. Like, there's actually videos on my channel of when my hair used to be like reddish strawberry, and then I redyed it again and got like a dark purple. Like, anyway, it's all on my channel in the later parts of it. But all the color has finally grown out after like 3 years or so, and honestly, I love how healthy my hair is now. Because honestly, like I said earlier, type 4 natural hair already as is gets dry, right? When you put hair dye on your hair and you obviously have to lift the color with like bleach or developer or whatever, you're adding a whole nother component of dryness to your hair. So obviously when it comes to retaining your hair's length, you're kind of trying to retain the oldest part of your hair, which is the ends. It's really hard to maintain your ends and therefore retain your length if the ends of your hair are getting dry so often. Like, you can't even keep up with moisturizing it. So that's why I suggest trying to grow your hair to a length that you're really like happy and satisfied with, and then throw some dye on. I know people like to keep it creative and be different and stuff like that, but like thankfully there's so many different types of things you can do now without having to actually damage your own hair, like wigs. Y'all know I try all types of colors. I would never dye my natural hair that, but I love trying them on other hair, or even like hair paint wax or whatever. That's a new thing that happened like last year and it's still a trend this year that I actually want to try this summer, by the way. But like there's so many different things that you can do now to keep your hair still spicy but maintain its health. So I just really highly suggest trying to stay away from actually dyeing your hair until it's in a place that you're happy and satisfied with. And then lastly, this one is big, y'all. This is real big. Develop your own regimen. I cannot stress enough how much my natural hair's health changed and progressed when I developed my own natural hair regimen, because a lot of other people that I used to watch before I became like well versed in my own natural hair, people would always like, you know, shampoo it in clumps and then condition afterwards and then deep condition and stuff, and that process just does not work for me and my hair personally. I don't think so, which is why I came up with the idea of
it'd be great if my hair would be detangled first before using a shampoo that can potentially strip it and tangle it.
So like that's why I do the conditioner first, and then I thought even more like,
oh, it might be even better if instead of just putting my hair in 4 sections and maybe just scrubbing each section, how about I 2-strand twist it and just focus on the roots, because the rest of the shampoo will come down to...
Okay, bottom line, I figured out my hair regimen and it works for me amazingly. And you have to find your own. It's definitely okay to like mimic different things from people's routines, but like it's also okay to pick and choose what parts of their routine you want to do and what parts you don't. So for example, like I said, I condition first, then shampoo, then deep condition. Let's say you want to condition first, shampoo it, and then that's it, although you should deep condition always. But I'm saying like it's okay to nitpick different things that you like from other people's routines to create your own regimen. Don't be afraid to switch up different techniques that work the best for you, because a lot of people think that my routine is like very time consuming and oh my gosh, like that takes forever. But for me, it's well worth it if I don't have to spend an hour and a half or 2 trying to work out all the tangles that was caused from me shampooing it incorrectly, in my opinion. So, you know, like just figure out your own regimen. But yeah, y'all, those are my tips that I live and stand by to this day still on how to grow and maintain healthy type 4 natural hair. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and I hope you found it helpful. Again, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you guys would like an updated, like my favorite natural hair products type video. I would love to share with you guys the new little staple products I decided to add to the family. So yeah, really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I do want to go ahead and do my post notification shout out though before I forget. So today's post notification shout out goes to Glamorazzi 411, GLAMOURAZZI 411. That's it. Shout out to you. Thank you so much for being a part of Beauty Gang, and thank you so much for being a part of Notification Squad. If any of you guys are interested in possibly being shouted out, all you have to do is be subscribed to Beauty Gang, aka my channel. Then hit that bell button after you subscribe so you're notified each time I post a new video. And then on every new video of mine that you see, go ahead and hashtag Notification Squad, hashtag Notification Gang, hashtag Beautification, hashtag something to let me know you're part of that ride or die circle. You have the potential to be shouted out. Really hope you enjoyed. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Again, if you are new, Beauty Gang is obviously stupid lit over here, and all of us about to be draping in 2019, so you might as well just join that. I don't know why you wouldn't join that, but alright y'all, until next time, bye.
Move your body cause you're loving the way that you walk. Move your body if you're loving the way that you talk. 1 time if you're confident. Clap 2 times cause you're on me. Never gave a damn about what they say, cause you handle all your business on a day by day. Head high, chest up, and catch that frame, cause beauty is your name.